Hi, everybody. Welcome to class. I'm Professor Lorenz, and you are now in Asian American history, and it's a combination history class, ethnic studies class. I'll get into more of that with the syllabus video and the first lecture, but for right now, just welcome. So glad you guys are in class together. It's a fantastic topic. Before I made this short welcome video, and I'll try to make it short, I was thinking, what is the best welcome to class to get you guys engaged with the extraordinary experience, the Asian American experience, and all its complexity and all its diversity. And there's probably all kinds of ways to do it, but maybe a good way to do it is using the food as an analogy. So I'm here in my office. I got a few more things to do before I go home for the evening. It's around 6 o'clock right now, and I got some things to do, but I'm starting to get a little hungry. Looking forward to going home. My wife happens to be Korean. So when I get home, I'm not sure what is for dinner, but it's going to be good. By the way, it could be because, again, even though my wife is Korean, but she's been in the States now for about 20 years. Although her identity, she still identifies as Korean, but I do think a part of her is probably shading into Korean American a little bit, even though she's super proud of being Korean. She probably will be to the day she dies, which is wonderful. Korea is a wonderful country. I was there for a while, too. I actually met my wife when I was in South Korea back in 1990, so it dates me a little bit. You know how old I am. And that's a whole nother story, amazing experiences I had living in South Korea. But back to dinner. So I don't know what when I get home tonight. It could be pasta, it could be spaghetti, it could be Mexican food, it could be Korean food, it could be curry. So I just talked to her a couple of days ago. We haven't had curry in a little while. I think it's time. My stomach and tongue are thinking it's time. But it could be Korean food tonight. It could be kimchi jjigae, which is a kimchi-based soup that is hot, spicy, and delicious. So the reason I mentioned food to you guys is, as you guys know, the wide range Asian American or Asian food restaurants in the United States continues to expand, and that is fantastic, as you guys know. Whether that's Thai, whether it's Indian, Japanese, Korean, Afghan, you name it, it goes on and on. Vietnamese, Indonesian, Filipino, even the Middle East, which is really considered part of Asia too. So Middle Eastern food would come there too. And they're just an endless, delicious buffet of all kinds of food groups there that are just fantastic. And then it gets even a little more involved because some of the stereotypical Asian foods that we eat in the United States are actually an Asian American creation. And one of the probably most prominent of these, and one of the most popular, would be orange chicken at Panda Express. Orange chicken is a uniquely American invention. Now, it was done by Chinese American chefs, so obviously it's inspired by the Chinese cuisine, but they tweaked it. They tweaked it and they made it so they took a Chinese dish and they tweaked it a little bit and made a brand new creation, which you and I know is orange chicken, which is fantastic, among many other dishes. That's not the only one. The fortune cookies, you guys know. There's many other examples too. California rolls, another one. Although that probably comes from, there's some controversy where California rolls come from. Is that from Canada or the United States? Whatever. Obviously, by the way, it's a Japanese. Also, those are popular in a version Korea too. But they come to America, and then we take that product and in the Asian American experience in America, they make something new. And in these California rolls, as you guys know, they popped in avocado. Now, my wife being from South Korea, I'm very familiar with what's called gimbap. Gimbap is a South Korean version of what we know in America today as sushi. And Koreans love it. My wife loves it. They typically do not have avocado in South Korea. So when I was in South Korea, I never had a California roll. I had many sushi versions. Again, they don't call it sushi because that's a Japanese word. They call it gimbap in Korea. But many versions of that, but never with avocado. But you come to the States and we have avocado. By the way, today in South Korea, you can't have it with avocado because, you know, this Asian experience is also flowing back to Asia as we go incredibly more global. Whether it's boba tea or Thai food or pho, whatever food group or drink or dessert, there's all. I should stop talking about food because it's making me hungry. But my point with that is, what a fantastic buffet of extraordinary delights and things for our taste buds. I can't imagine my life today without Korean food. And by the way, not just Korean food, Thai food. My wife and I went to Thailand for our honeymoon. We had a fantastic time there. The food is fabulous. The beaches are fabulous. I can't imagine my life without Thai food. Love Indian food. Just the list goes on and on. And again, I'll leave food, but I bet you guys are there too, right? There's so many extraordinarily delicious foods and desserts and specialty items. My wife, my family, and I were over in Japantown about a year ago, and we tried these kind of rice-based donuts. I forget the name of them. They're very chewy but delicious. I've never had something quite like that. All different kinds of flavors. Fantastic. By the way, I still like American-style donuts. Love donuts. But these rice kind of based donuts were just different. Really chewy but sweet, and they have a little different twist to them. Great. Maybe in a later video, I'll get the name of them. You guys got to try them if you guys have a chance to go over to the Bay Area. I'll get a name for those kind of donuts. In any case, my point is, what a wonderful introduction. Using food, but we'll leave food because we're talking about history and culture, the whole Asian American experience. It's a wonderful journey together. I promise to make this welcome video short. I'll stop talking about food for now. But we're going to get to some wonderful books. Actually, the second book you guys are reading, which is Michelle Zauner's Crying to H Mart. Food is a central part of that because, as you guys know, our stomach and our tongues is a big part of who we are as a culture. So the second book you guys are reading, the first book is about a spy, frankly, a double agent. That's Nguyen's The Sympathizer. Fantastic book, a very deep book, profound book. That's the first book we'll read in class, and later on we'll get to Michelle Zauner's Crying to H Mart. So anyways, I think that's enough. I just wanted to welcome you guys. I just want to say what a fantastic topic we're getting into. The history of it, being able to look at these new lenses of the cultures, what they've done to America. There's also some sadness in this topic, as you can imagine, because America is a developing place. So the Asian American experience that includes many challenges, as you guys know, of course, too. And some of those challenges have not gone away. But the Asian American voice continues to get more powerful and more profound in America, and we are tremendously better for it. We're going to get into all those different shades and perceptions and the extraordinary diversity of the Asian American experience together. Look forward to doing that with you guys. I have some really good suggestions for you guys to do some things this semester I think you guys will really enjoy. We're going to get into some fabulous books, which we'll get into in a later video. And there's some really good things you can do in the media too, videos and movies, and that's going to be a really wonderful semester. Last thing I want to add is 9 weeks goes by very quickly, so this is not a class where you can like slowly go into. You know, if you guys ever got into a freezing pool in winter, which be careful doing that, it might be the shock of your life if you do. But you don't go in like one toe at a time. You just dive in. You got to go in. So a 9-week class is that way too. I want you guys to be successful. By the way, I would say 9-week classes tend to have very high success rates because the typical student pours himself into it. They focus. They do really well. But obviously the work rate is double, so a lot happens every week. But in many ways, the best kind of way because we're spending it with the best kind of company, which is the Asian American experience. So I promise to make this kind of short. It's already over 8 minutes. That's short enough. Time to wrap it up. So glad you guys are with me for this wonderful topic. It's going to be a very good 9 weeks together. Welcome to class, everybody, and we'll see you with the next videos. Take care, everybody.